Hi, my name is Trish. I live in South Africa, and this is my short review on the 8-hour free trial with the 9010 MedBed. I was very excited to try this out because I've looked at quantum healing for a while and utilizing one's own consciousness in conjunction with it. It just makes absolute sense that it has to have huge healing powers. So in preparation for the 8 hours, I made sure that I was not going to be disturbed at all, and I was going to do it overnight because that would be the quietest time. So I went to bed a couple of hours earlier than normal, lay down in the dark and just breathed in deeply, had some audio playing of relaxing sea waves, and then I activated the bed, and my next thing was to imagine the scan starting from the top of my head. And the way I saw the scan in my mind's eye was very similar to the way a printer scanner works, as in a beam of light moving from the top of the head very, very, very slowly down, and stopping at each area that I feel that I have issues in. And I have quite a lot of issues that are certainly less than health. So starting from the head, focusing on the area between the ears where I have an ongoing pulsatile tinnitus. This is a situation where you hear your heart pounding in your ears 24/7. It is the most distracting thing ever. So I worked around that area for a long time. And then down to the throat, specifically my upper neck vertebra, which are now calcifying over probably years of bad posture, bad treatment, which is causing me a lot of pain, both in the neck, shoulders, and it is now starting to cause nerve damage right down my legs to the point where I have numb fingers and toes. So this is something, I would say, the priority that I was focusing the intention of healing on, and asking the MedBed to focus on that area around the neck vertebra. I then moved it down to my heart, to work on that area down through the hips, which are also giving a lot of pain, and to old injuries in the leg. I did not hold any expectations for anything to happen. I was just focusing my consciousness on those points as I got there. I think at that point I fell asleep. I was very relaxed. When I woke up, probably a couple of hours later, I got up to go to the bathroom and drink some water, reactivated the bed, and I carried on. At no time in the whole procedure did I feel any specific energy, feel any specific sensations other than relaxation. And I didn't hold any expectations of feeling anything, so I just thought I would let happen whatever was going to happen. Carried on with the scan. I started again, just moved it down, envisioned the light moving up and down, brought it back up the body, and then I fell into a very deep sleep and woke up several hours later in the early morning. And I would normally get up at that time, but I felt so drowsy, absolutely exhausted. I just went back to sleep. Obviously by now the 8 hours was up, and so the bed would have been deactivated. I slept for a further 2 or 3 hours, and when I got up I was so groggy and drowsy, and that remained until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Which surprised me a bit because I was hoping to at least feel innervated. However, by the early evening, I started experiencing massive focus in my brain. It was my whole brain felt so clear, and I do suffer from brain fog, which has been getting quite bad in the last few years. My focus and thought processes felt extremely clear, and I was not experiencing the normal pain that I have all over my bone pain and joint pain, and specifically the neck pain. I thought this is really strange. And this persisted for the following 2 or 3 days. My focus was clear. The aches and pains were not there. I did 3 times the amount of walking that I normally do, feeling really, really great. And so I must say that about 4 or 5 days later now, it's the effect is very much worn off. So for the time I had it, it was absolutely exceptional. I'm very excited about this technology and the part one's own consciousness plays in it. And I thank Oliver for this amazing opportunity to test quantum entanglement. And I certainly would love to try this further, and just to see how much deep healing can actually be achieved by it all. Thank you so very much.